All right, this is Jarrell from Hybrid Radio, and I'm here at Roxy and Dukes once again. And sorry, let me clear my throat. Dunellen, New Jersey, Roxy and Dukes here again, doing an interview with the one and only. It's my great pleasure to introduce you guys to the Hub City Stompers, the New Brunswick ska band. How you guys doing tonight?
Alive, well.
Good.
Would you? I don't really appreciate you calling me a hybrid, but go on.
Well, our station is called Hybrid Radio, but I'm
okay,
sorry.
Okay.
So we'll fit right in.
All right, so let's start. In case you guys never heard this band before, shame on you first of all, but don't worry, I got you guys covered. This interview will have clips from tonight's performance, so you can get to know what the band sounds like and everything like that. So let's go around and find out what you guys' names are, what you do in the band, and favorite sexual positions. Go.
Travis is my proper name. I'm also known as Rev Sinister. And I'm not going to answer that because my lawyer's not present.
What do you do in the band, though? Can you answer that?
I jump around. Well, maybe I shouldn't mention that either. My lawyer is not present. You're not listening to me. No, I jump around and yell stuff.
Cool. I'll get closer. So.
I'm Jenny Whiskey. I play sax and sing. And I don't know if I could pick a favorite. The helicopter? You think about what that is. I don't know.
Rod Gorgeous, also Rob George. I play guitar, and my favorite sexual position is with Jenny Whiskey.
All right.
I am Greg. I play keyboards, and I prefer hiding in the closet and watching people.
All right.
Reggae Bob. I play bass. I'd have to say my favorite is being very close behind Greg while he's hiding in the closet and watching people. He notices my excitement.
Totally stole your joke. I'm James. I play trombone, and I don't know. Everything has been so funny. I got nothing.
You could do a basic one if you want. Nothing wrong with vanilla sex.
I don't know if he's limited or not. He's not in the closet. Just anything that doesn't involve women. I'll go with that.
I'm Pip, and I hit stuff. And
Is that the sexual position?
well, yeah, yeah,
That's yours.
The lawyer said
That's right. That's right.
yeah. I guess my. I have. Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay.
All of it, I guess.
No one said my favorite one, which is 1 foot on the toilet, holding the shower curtain while looking at yourself in the medicine cabinet mirror at the same time.
Nice.
With or without a partner, it doesn't really matter. Well, you gotta have strong rods at the top, you know. Get the guy from Plane Trains Automobiles to sell you some carton rods.
Oh wait, no, I guess my favorite, not necessarily sexual position, but I guess peeing on stuff.
Doing the Gigi Allen style. That's right. So what
Don't refer to her as stuff. It's not very nice.
we're gonna do a little precursor to the band real quick. You actually, Travis, were in a band before this called Inspector 7
Yes.
in the early '90s, early 2000s.
I
late
was
90s.
in the band from 94 till 2013, and everyone else you see before you was actually in Inspector 7 as well.
Oh, really?
Okay. More recently, through 2013, yeah.
You guys toured with bands like Mighty Boss Tones, Mephistopheles, who I had the pleasure of seeing you guys open for Mephistopheles in 1998 at the Masquerade in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
So I'm going
great.
back with the band. I saw you guys, and then I think you guys reformed and then played again, like in 2013. We're saying, right?
Yeah. They did a kind of reunion-y things throughout the 2000 area, and then we kind of merged I-7 and HCS in 2013, and that lasted about a year, and then we kind of, well, I'd say we parted ways, but we all left to be Hub City Stompers again.
Okay.
Minus one person, and yeah, this is where it is.
So how would you compare the sound of I-7 to Hub City Stompers? What would you
I
say
mean,
is
obviously there was
comparatively
I began with the influence and bass that was very similar to Inspector 7 in some ways, but HCS is way more versatile, and just takes the influences of various underground musics and just kind of amplifies them more. I'd say we're definitely more broad range of music.
Okay.
I'd say.
I actually got to give you guys credit though, because your Inspector 7, they actually have the cover of the Madness song, One Step Beyond.
The cover of the cover
on the soundtrack to Wolf of Wall Street. So you must be like rolling in like money at home, like.
Oh yeah,
with
we saw a lot of
residuals.
money from that. Yeah,
Yeah,
What was it, like $8 a piece?
yeah, something like that, give or take.
It's not bad, 'cause you gotta split a lot of money up.
You know.
really? I was when I heard that when I saw the movie, I'm like, wow, it's fucking.
No, well, you gotta understand that not only is it's not our song twice over.
Okay.
And
Good point.
we not only do we not own the rights because we didn't write it, it's not our song, but we did not even own that master. That was actually made. That wasn't made for that movie. It was made for a comp on Cleopatra Records back in the '90s.
Yeah, but they picked
tribute to
yours
Madness.
though.
But
as
somehow
opposed
they
to
picked our
original.
version and not the Madness one, which
Yeah.
I'll never understand.
Yeah. You did a good job doing it.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, right?
You did the.
I wonder how
job.
much on the Madness one cost. Dude.
Yeah. We can't afford that. Let's go with the
Let's go with this
Inspector
one.
7
They'll
one.
sell
They
cheap.
won't know the difference.
Cleopatra Records will sell cheap.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that was neat and all.
All right, so we're gonna get into your band now, but first, let's look at a clip from tonight's performance, and we'll be right back. All right, so as you can see from what you saw, is you guys have a lot of energy live on stage. Also, if you want to say what their sound is like, it's kind of like a rock steady, like ska version of a band, and you incorporate some little bits of like ska punk. So the most band I can relate you guys to is maybe like the Specials, maybe like old school Catch-22. Would you say what are all your other influences?
I'd
would
agree
you
with the
say?
Specials. I don't know about the latter.
No?
The latter, not so much Catch-22. Yeah, they're a little more the faster ska punky stuff than we are. But our influences are literally all over the place, and I don't just mean within ska, but even outside of ska. Our influences are freaking everywhere. So it's
well. Let's let everyone.
It's hard to
I'm
say
sure
that compares,
everyone
but-
has their own like opinions of
Yep.
what our musical taste. What did everybody listen to? What do you guys like?
I mean,
what did you into? First of all?
I came up as a hardcore, New Jersey, New York hardcore kid. So hardcore is my main music, and it's always been my main influence. I just somehow wound up in a ska band. You know?
Okay.
But I mean, I always appreciate, as far as ska is concerned, two tone's always been my favorite.
Yeah.
Era of ska by far, and I'm also a big fan of hip hop, mainly like late '80s, to early '90s, and underground stuff.
Right. How about you, Jenny? What are you into?
God, Elvis Costello and Bowie are my number one loves in life, and God, I go all over the place with ska. Like any one of the waves. I am not picky. I don't go too crazy over like the ska punk stuff so much though. But and what am I listening to now?
I was really hoping, since you're a saxophone player, you were going to say Fishbone.
You know, it's funny too because I get a lot of you must really like Madness, and like I'm gonna be honest, I have never been like a huge Madness fan.
You're not mad about Madness.
I'm not mad about it. No, I don't dislike them, but like it's funny because they go, "Oh wow, I can hear your influences," and I'm like, actually, that's completely wrong. So, like I was mostly like a little like punk kid, and then when people were like, "Oh, there's this music that also needs saxophones," I was like, "Oh, that's rad! Like, that's cool." So that's but that's me. Oh, and Descendants too. That's a big one.
You're excited about the album that came out today, right?
Yes, but I can't be that excited because I didn't buy it.
Oh.
But I will.
Exactly. You got to support the Descendants out there, you guys.
I know, absolutely.
How about you, man? What are you into?
I go from early jazz from Charlie Parker, Art Blakely, to new wave is 80s music, anything in the 80s, from the whole new wave scene and underground scene to punk, and then into two-tone ska.
Okay.
Yeah, Rob spoke for me.
I I go for a lot of the early reggae.
Like Desmond Decker, kind of like, or
Desmond Decker,
Okay.
even the Wailers, the early stuff. Then I get into 60s soul music. Great bass players from there, since that's my instrument. And then I've been really into grindcore lately.
nice.
Bob, what's your favorite grindcore album?
I would say it's
wouldn't know it.
Crowbar, right? You wouldn't know it. He says no Crowbar.
I'm a Carcass fan myself,
Carcass,
but maybe
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just me. I could. How long's your show? I could go on forever. You name it, I like
We're
it.
only at 10 minutes, and surprisingly, the smell of where we're doing this interview at, I got used to it, so I don't even smell it anymore.
Right on.
Your nose blind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I listen to everything. I play trombone, so anything with a trombone player, I always dug.
A lot
which
of
is what
jazz
brought
or
me.
something like-
I
yeah.
played jazz a lot as a kid. I still listen to a lot of jazz, a lot of J.J. Johnson, but that's how I got into reggae. Was Don Drummond and Rico. Those were my heroes. If I had to list, it's Don Drummond.
Yes, Mr. Drummond. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
What you
Rico
talking
Rod-
about, Willis? Go on.
Rico Rodriguez, Fred Wesley from James Brown and P-Funk, and J.J. Johnson, the jazz man. Those are mine.
Yeah, you can guys hear that in all their sound in these videos that we're gonna post. What about you?
Well, everybody's always afraid to pass the mic to me on this.
No
on
one
this,
wants to
on
get
this
the-
question.
Yeah.
Here goes our credibility.
Yeah.
Ever heard of a band called Foil?
I love a lot of NSYNC, right?
No,
No? Okay.
I listen to literally everything, and as a drummer, I appreciate the faster paced stuff. I'm a big fan of like the unseen.
Oh shit! The skateboard video commercial thing from
the
oh, that's
skate punk
Unsane. I'm sorry, Unseen. Oh, that's a
Unseen.
punk band.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard them from Epitaph.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of, even like Bob was making a joke, but I am a fan of like some hardcore and metal music. A lot of those drummers are really good. But then as far as like bands and music is concerned, like I'm definitely from the 1960s, 1970s Jamaican reggae, even the second wave in England and a lot of those bands, just for the general feel of the music, and that's how I learned how to play ska and reggae, and that's where my definite passion comes from. And then also, I follow a lot of pop punk, stuff as general as Green Day and Blink-182, and then also I follow a lot of like bluegrass and country music because there's rhythm there without drummers.
That's really hard to notice that in the sound, but that's really cool that you guys all have different influences and put it all together. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but it's really good that what you're doing. Now, my question for you, Travis, with the ska scene that you've been in so long is, how would you compare it now to back when you were playing like at the Palace and Boundbrook and things like that? How would you say that ska scene is going with the rise and fall of the trend?
Well,
and
it's
stuff like that?
if you're going to compare it to then, it's at a fall now for sure. I mean, it's not nearly like it was then. But then again, even back, during the Palace and whatever the mid 2000s or whatever that era,
Yeah.
that wasn't anything compared to the mid 90s.
Right.
I mean, yeah. The scene as a whole was bigger. The New Jersey and New York scenes were really, well, kind of everywhere. I remember we're touring with Inspector 7. The scenes were pretty big everywhere, but New Jersey and New York in particular, enormous in the mid 90s. And then, like I said, there was a decline after that in the early 2000s. And then, bam, suddenly came. That's the way it is with underground music in general. There's like these weird 10-year kind of like these cycles, and it's Americans are fickle with their stuff.
Yeah. Despite the fact that MTV doesn't play music videos, do you ever see like the ska scene being as big as it was in '97 again? Like, since you said it's going on.
Do I
on a
foresee
high.
that happening again?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, you never know. There could be some media fluke where it's picked up and made popular somehow or whatever, or some, it always comes back, I guess, right?
Chokers are back. Did you know that? Remember those hideous chokers from the 90s? They're fucking back, people.
Who,
It's a crime.
The squirrel nut zippers, you said?
No.
I didn't.
Stop talking about horrible fashion trends.
Oh, okay.
Like chokers from the 90s that
Oh,
ladies
chokers.
would wear,
Yeah,
like
okay.
that goth chicks would wear. They're like totally back. It's gross. But
Okay.
it's cyclical. It's all going to come back. It's just it's going to be completely different.
Yeah, it'll be a little
And
weird and just
it'll-
just like last time.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like it
It'll
came
be
back,
like a
but it wasn't like to me
deviation
where
of-
like, oh, it's not ska. That's some of the bands that were representing it in the mainstream. A lot of the purists did not consider ska. And so it might wind up being something like that, and we'll get put back on the map. It's bound to happen. She has a point.
Another ska band.
But
that's
again, we
doing
don't.
a
We don't
soundtrack
care.
now,
We,
yeah.
we started in the damn doldrums, and we weren't. Well, ska's really popular now, so let's play it. That's not why we are doing this.
Yeah.
Do it because we love what we're doing.
That's really what it's all about, man. And when I read your lyrics, especially with the first album, everything like that, you have a really, really great sense of humor. Have you ever thought of doing like stand-up comedy on the side or anything like that?
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, stand-up comedy. You sit and you get a routine and you think
With
and
music
you're-
in the background, you can do that. Something like
I
that.
don't know. It's just.
You're already the pallbearer of ska.
It just,
It's the Weird Al Yankovic of
well, that too, but yeah, no, I just a lot of it's just stuff that my brain farts out. So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what-
really
that's a
put
perfect
together
comedian thing
A
right there,
routine.
man.
Now,
Yeah.
once I get something, I'll repeat the hell out of it at other shows, but sure, but. I don't really like, you know what I mean? I don't want to sit and have to put together a damn routine. We're playing. I'm talking shit in between songs, and whatever happens. It's just my observations on life. We're all a bunch of funny. I don't know. Is this profanity? I just said the S word. I don't know.
You could try.
Are you allowed? Or
See what
do you
happens.
Bleep it out. I don't know. You tell me. I'll work with you.
What basically happens is you curse,
Yes.
and then it goes on the air.
Oh, okay. So this is the internet, right? This ain't like
Yes.
okay, good. All right. Well, I was gonna say I'm surrounded by a bunch of funny motherfuckers too. So there's
Hey, not
know.
the F word. Come on.
Oh yeah, right. There's a limit.
you call James that?
We are not fucking mothers here, man. We don't fuck mothers here.
Speak for yourself. But no, but yeah, it's I like I just spew whatever comes to mind. I'm not thinking about being funny. I'm just talking shit.
That's what's good, man. That's basically what comedians do. So have that in your mind in case you just a little back on the back burners just in case it's you want to do a side thing after this whole thing goes out.
Wait, can you get props like Carrot Top?
Yeah, exactly. No, that might not be a good idea. You don't want me with props. Yeah, my lawyer's not here.
All right, you guys, let's go to another clip from tonight's performance. We'll be right back.
Leave me the fuck alone. This is that ska stuff, right? Leave me the fuck alone. I just want to stay at home. Leave me the fuck alone. I want to stay in my home. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't wanna hear you piss and moan. Leave me the fuck alone. I want to stay in my home. I've got everything I need. My vaporized record and a bag of weed. Got no place to hate. If I wanna stay home and hibernate, leave me the fuck alone. I just want to stay at home. Leave me the fuck alone. I want to stay in my home.
Oh, there it is.
Cool. So tell me about tonight's show. How'd you guys get on it? Like it's basically Bud and Heather's wedding party. This is what we're here tonight for.
Yeah, I mean, I know Buddy from the New Jersey punk scene, and Heather, who I knew separately from him. She used to book us in Manhattan a lot early years ago. Did she book that Queens show? Yeah. She did? Oh, okay. Queens too. Well, in New York City in general, she used to book us there, so we know her from that. And look at that, they're getting married. And so Heather approached me about it. Buddy had been bothering me through via Jerry D, the bass player in the opening in one of the opening bands, Damage Done.
Okay.
Who's also in a side project of mine called Steel Toe Solution. And Jerry had been bugging me about this for a month. And he said, Buddy wants to know. I didn't realize it was going to be a wedding show. And I didn't really. And then when Heather approached me, I didn't realize it was even the same show she was talking about when
Right.
she said a wedding show. So, but yeah, we was like, hell yeah, we'll play the wedding gig. That's great, you know. Now,
Yeah.
unfortunately, when I advertise it on Facebook, everyone thinks it's an actual wedding. People
Yeah.
are like, oh, you play my wedding too? Well, it's not a wedding. I mean, maybe we will, but yeah, think about that. We've been asked to play weddings before.
Oh, how did that go?
It's never happened. I always tell them to stop and think. You know, like I get what you're doing, but just stop and think about your family.
Do they really want to hear ska music the whole night?
Well, do they want to hear us in particular all night? Is really what I ask them.
I would definitely, if I knew, I would have definitely have you guys play my wedding, but
And I would say, think about your family.
next time, next
time,
wedding,
Kurt.
I'll have you guys play. So all the bands playing tonight's show, do you like when the bands are kind of like a diverse, or do you like
Always.
when it's all ska bands?
Always no. Screw all ska shows. You know, we'll play them. Obviously, we do them. We play ska fests and ska shows, and
Played a hardcore festival.
but we played a hardcore festival. We're always featured on Oi festivals. Like I said, we're our influences and we're diverse. You know, so we fit in with all kinds of music. But in general, I like shows when they're mixed bills.
Yeah.
I will always prefer that.
I really
always
hope
and forever.
I really hope that comes back. Like if you were saying like there might be cycles. I really missed like the '90s we talked about before, like 2000 when there was like, you know, you got your punk band, your ska bands, you're like, you know, your college rock bands all on the same bill for a cheap price. Basically, opening bands you're seeing, local bands are getting bigger, everything like that. I really think that Roxy and Dukes has something like that will take off. And
Yeah, sometimes there's phases of musical segregation. Well, I like this, but I don't like that. And, you know,
Right.
but there always winds up being a larger appreciation of just underground music in general. If it's good music, it's good freaking music. Who cares what kind it is?
yeah, have you played here before, Roxy Dukes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, one time.
All right,
Years ago.
cool.
I don't know how many years ago. I don't remember. It was a while ago.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay. So it was maybe all right. All right.
let's actually ask this question. What is going on with your new music? Any new music in the horizons? Because you haven't had an album come out since 2014, which is not a long time ago, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Jeez. For us, it's not bad at all.
Been many
But,
days, man. Many days. Come on.
Exactly. Look at the last album before that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on album number 6. We're hoping to record it this fall and release it in 2017.
Okay, the future is coming.
Gotta-
Gotta thank you guys. Your first album, Blood, Sweat, and Beards, got me through many nights working at the CD store back in.
The what store?
I worked at a CD store. You remember those?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We had a promo of that album, and I'm like, what? And then we played it constantly because I saw you guys twice open for the Voodoo Glow Skulls.
Oh, yeah.
And the ska thing at the Starland Ballroom 2009.
Uh-huh.
And
Was that a-
saw
was
you
that a
guys
thing
last
or
year open at for them at the Brighton Bar. You guys were really great
Oh,
there
yeah.
too.
Yep,
So,
yep. Now,
Check these guys out,
they're
definitely.
good buddies of ours. They're good people.
Yeah, they're good
We love
people.
playing with them.
They
A lot
did.
of bands we like playing with, they're definitely one of them.
All right, cool. And how can people get in touch with you or hear your music?
Well, hear it.
Carrier pigeon?
Yeah, exactly. You can probably hear it. And you can hear it by just going on YouTube. But if you want to purchase it, 2 of our albums, our latest album actually, Life After Death, and Ska Black Sheep, Christian Mingle. They're on Stubborn Records. You go to stubbornrecords.com. You can get that there. And then our other 2 albums. Well, actually, our first and third album. Our first album is pretty much out of print.
Which sucks.
You can't really get it anymore.
Yeah.
The first and third were on Megalith. Megalith is kind of no more.
Mm-hmm.
So I have all the rest of the third album. So Dirty Jersey, you can either order it from us or come get us at a show.
Exactly. Go to a show. See these
And
guys.
Mass Appeal is also kind of out of print currently, but it might come out in a certain format. We're in talks with somebody about that. But we have a best of LP, vinyl LP. We just released Katie Suter Fermentum, which has the best of the first 3 albums on it. So you can get that from Crowd Control Media or at our shows.
Okay, and they can contact you how?
I don't know, Facebook, I guess. HubCityStompers@gmail.com or hit us up on the Facebook.
The interwebs, you guys.
Yeah.
And finally, I have usually a hypothetical question I asked all bands. It's usually a sex question, but since I already asked you guys one, you guys want to do like a a comic book question, being that Comic-Con was last week? We'll do that instead.
Some of us are more versed in that than others, I guess. But sure.
Cool. So everybody around, if you had a superpower, what would it be, and how would you exploit it?
I've always been into though Nightcrawler is my favorite superhero. I wouldn't. It's not necessarily because of his power. I don't think I'd do teleportation. I think I'd do the whole time freezing thing.
Okay.
And,
what would you do when it's frozen?
My
though? Just,
lawyer's
fuck with
lawyer's
people?
not present.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
I'm not a superhero fan, but I'm a Doctor Who fan. So I guess that's kind of a superpower, being a time-traveling alien who never exactly dies, who just kind of regenerates into a new person.
Yeah, that's the
That's
only way to
good.
keep the show going over and over again.
Exactly,
Yeah.
for like millions of years. So that's what I would do. Plus,
All
there's
right.
never been a female doctor. Fuck that.
Can women do Can women actually do doctor stuff?
I don't know if our lady brains can handle it. Oh my goodness. Gee whiz.
There's got to be lady doctors on ER or that show. What's her name? Grey's Anatomy is a girl, right? So it could happen.
And same with on ER. There was one on ER. Too.
Yeah. So okay.
She's a nurse, not a doctor.
Yeah.
She was a practitioner, the nurse practitioner.
Yeah. We just saw a fender bender during the interview. I
tried to
think.
go over a curb.
Oh, sometimes you can do that. Sometimes you can't.
I would have the never-ending hard-on, and I would my power would be to fuck as many people or my girlfriend as well. But the never-ending hard-on. So.
Well, it's a good thing I'm a time-traveling, regenerating doctor, so you leave your ass behind.
Yeah. Wait. Don't worry. I'll cut that out so she'll never hear it here.
No, she heard it. No. It'd be a couple sleepless nights at this one.
He said or.
Or.
And I meant and yeah.
How about Greg? What would you do?
Can anything be a superpower? What are
Yeah.
the limits? All right, so I could just not sleep then. Can I
Okay.
have my life exactly how it is, but never have to sleep?
Sure. Why not?
That's what it is. That's it. That's my superpower.
Are we in your way, sir? Okay. Cool.
Like that metal band from the 90s said, I just want to fly.
All right. Are we in this way?
Yeah, I think we may.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in this way.
We will go this way then. I'm sorry. 2 more.
I think I'd go a little Fantastic Four and go a little stretchy because there are certain body parts that I wouldn't mind being a little bigger, if you know what I
So
mean.
you'd be like Stretch Armstrong, like kind of, or Plastic Man?
Well,
Stretch something strong.
but Stretch Armstrong immediately like stretched back when you let go of it. I don't want that to happen.
Oh, it's just permanently that long, forever.
As long as I wanted it to be.
Okay.
Forever poop.
What would that do?
You have excellent bowel movements forever.
All right.
You don't ever have to worry about being on tour and not being able to, and all that. It's
It would actually make your sets more interesting, you know?
yeah, it's forever poop.
You never have to poop.
Oh, wait, you want to poop all the time or never poop?
Always poop.
Always poop. Okay. So I want to thank you guys for coming out for this interview. And
Yeah.
I want to thank you for not having your power of choice.
no one ever picks the power to make people have orgasm with their mind. That was mine, but
Especially not a man.
yeah.
I only think of my penis. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all somewhat sexual, all of them, but that's all good. So if you guys want to check them out, go to their website, like they said, facebook.com, Hub City Stompers. Check them out there. Making sure you get the music, and definitely check them out live. You will not be disappointed. And if you want to see more interviews like this, go to our
not a
website,
guarantee.
which is njhybridradio.net. Go to the interview section. You can see all the interviews there, or check us out on YouTube at Hybrid Radio. Until next time, this has been Jarrell saying keep the music scene alive. Go to a show. Bye-bye.
High Yellow Radio.